If you're building an iOS application, then you must be taking app reviews, collect reviews from the user so that your ranking can get higher. And to rank higher, you need to collect reviews either through in-app or either reminding them to go to the app store and review it for you. So there are two methods which I will cover in this video, where I will show you the code, and at the same time when to take review is very important. Right now, for example, if you take review on the onboarding, people will say this user asked for money and they will give you 1 star. But if they have already done the onboarding, they've already used the application for a bunch of times and it had not crashed, and they have had a pleasant experience, like for which they are using the application. So for example, if someone is building some Uber and they have already ordered 4 Ubers, and once they have booked 4 Ubers, then okay, you can ask for a review. When you are building some food delivery app and they have ordered 4 food deliveries, then you can ask for a review. That makes sense, right? And maybe some days you store the dates and all. So these are the two methods on which you can take reviews. Similarly, today I will be showing you the count. So for example, I'm building a widget application where I will be asking user to give me a review when it is like 4 quotations, like 4 codes they have written on their own. So let's get into the demo and I will show you the demo, and after that I will show you the code. So let's get into the video. For now my camera will go off, but don't worry about that because I have something for that. And let's get into the video. So I can say this is my screen and this is my code widget application in which I have implemented that particular thing, and it is right now loading. The loading which you see, it was because of revenue cat, like I've integrated payments and super base authentication, so that's why it took time, and I can easily change it via the splash screen on also, but that is the future use case. So write a new code. So maybe fourth I will write, because I've already tested this application, so I will write save code, and I've already done this. And maybe okay, this is not right now showing me. Either I have to uninstall the application or either I have to use it, because I'm right now using app delegate. So let's see whether it shows me on the fourth code or not. Oops, it is not showing me on the fourth code. So what I will do, I will just delete this application. If I can delete this application, let me just delete this application and install it again using the X code. So it will be fresh and new for you. So obviously if the count is more than 4, I have to build some logic like that. So right now it is hard coded for 4 user count only, and only prompt user has written 4 codes, and we have already prompted for that version. So these are the 4 codes, like 2 conditions I'm doing. So that's why it took time. Now you will see an onboarding and all. So okay, it didn't take. I think it is not deleting the app delegate cache. So right now I can't do anything. Okay. So you can see I'm already logged in, so I can just read app on the because the app is not available right now, so that's why you cannot say it. But it should work here only. So let me just ask cursor. So not cursor, in my opinion, terminal. Like I have one-shotted this prompt and I will ask AI in front of you, like I want to keep this as live. Not only for that version, prompt again if app opens again, and next time after two codes, safe should keep the count. So first prompt, fourth code, second prompt, sixth code, and then so on, and track if start or not. So we have to track that as well. And at the same time, what I want to store not only that version, but for all version. If start already, don't okay, should again. See how this happens when you're working with Cloud Code, so it will understand, don't show it again. So let's see whether it understands our context or not, and after that we can easily understand whether it is understood or not. So let me just close this and let it work in the background. Until that I will explain you the code what is going behind the scene. So right now I have this profile view in which you have seen the App Store point, right? So I have added this button, rate app on the App Store with the this, and this was the function open App Store review. And in this function you can see in the bottom, this actually calls like I have to replace my app ID where when it is published. So let URL open the application in the App Store. So this is how we do in the profile view, and now you can see I think it is almost implemented. So this is the code editor view in which I have to implement, and let's see how much work is done. So I use AI. So this was again one shot prompt. So you can see this was actually one shot prompt, and you can see this. I want to show review prompt when user has written 4 codes of themselves in the code editor view and also profile view. I want to store App Store link for review and refer this. I'm using SwiftUI, and after that I've used comment. So I think you cannot see my publicity. So I've asked publicity to how to store like show, but they are like collect reviews. So you can see that I have pasted directly. So this was like referred by the publicity, and I pasted that one. And I think it should work. And let's see whether the logic looks correct or not. So let me try to. Okay, I have some issues. So let me just copy this one and let me just paste this one. And this is how you actually work with Cloud Code and with Xcode. Right now, I could have used this AI assistant here, but I don't understand it very much. I don't feel very comfortable using this one, but I feel comfortable using Cloud Code. So I will use that. And if I have to implement something with modern UI libraries, modern code, then I will suggest this one. Otherwise, if something which is already existed in the market, which already used by many developers, then Cloud Code has that knowledge. So I use Cloud Code because of that reason. Now you can see all the build errors are gone. Let's build this application again. And I think it should open the application in the iPhone. So let me just open the iPhone mirroring and camera will go off again. So you can say this is the kilt. Okay, let me just do it again. So you can say it is installing. Once it is installed, I think I should see right now. Let's see. So it is checking from the again revenue cat whether I have a valid purchase or not. And I think let me try. So first save code. This is saved. Second, this is saved. And third, I think it should have shown, but I'm not okay. You can see after the second code, it had shown me enjoying code widget by Samik. Of course, 5 star and submit. And once I submit this, it should work and write a review. Of course, it will open the App Store, and right now it will not work because it is not published yet. Now if I write fourth, now it will not show because I've already used that particular version. So on every thing it will not update it. So this is okay. This is showing, which is strange, but you get the point. Once you have already implemented that, you can actually do this. So you can have a parent container in which you inform that okay, the review was done or something like that. I think it is not submitted to the App Store, and that's why it is showing this one. So it is actually handled by the SwiftUI and the StoreKit as well. So let's understand the implementation. So I have already seen how I implemented this one. So I've already explained the profile view. We were using StoreKit. StoreKit actually helps us understand how to link this application. And you can see this was the item we have done. StoreKit is like to store in the local storage. You can say that has user reviewed app or not. And also this is App Store review button. And this is the code editor. We need this environment request review private variable, and we are using StoreKit, and we are using app storage, which is like the cache similar to the web. So app storage user count, user code count, has user reviewed app, review prompt history. So we are tracking these three, and based on these three we are designing our application of the code editor. So you can see So these are the functions we have, like what is the current version, review prompt history, update review prompt history, next review prompt count, and we increment the user count and we request review if appropriate. So I have to reconfigure this one if there is any error. If I reconfigure this particular logic, this particular function, it should do the work. So you can say this is the actually the verb function. So this was all about how to implement, how to collect feedback, how to collect reviews. And this was the important video which I wanted to show you, and I've shown you live how I do it, so you can do it too. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye.